Let's dive right into today's spring ceremony, and we'll start with men's basketball. And I'm having a little bit of deja vu because it was a year ago that we welcomed Richie Riley to the Nichols community. He was officially introduced on April the 26th, inherited a team from 2016 that was picked to finish last in the 2017 men's basketball preseason poll. Only one other team in the Southland made a bigger jump in the 2016-2017 season than Nichols men's basketball. UNO won the conference championship, they made the biggest leap, but Nichols had a 5-spot improvement from where they were predicted to finish and where they ended up. And Coach came in, and in this press conference he said, we're going to win right now. It's going to take time, we're going to build this program. But there was Coach in Boston, Massachusetts, first game of the year, and he picks up a win at Boston College. Coach is unavailable to join us today. His wife, Jess, lost her grandma this past weekend, so they're en route to Kentucky right now. But it's fitting that we'll get to hear from his top assistant, John Aiken. It was Coach Marlon Terry, Austin Clonch, and Matt Taylor that were all able to celebrate that first win in Boston. And there's a moment that is still stuck in my mind in the aftermath of that 79-73 win. Coach is cool, he's calm, he's walking off the floor, cameras are on him, he's shaking hands, real professional. He turns the corner and is out of the public eye, and all 4 of his coaches descend on him, pick him up. I think there was a piggyback ride offered by Coach Aiken, and celebrating into the locker room the first of how many wins that we'll get to celebrate under Richie Riley with Nichols men's basketball. Coach Aiken, stage is yours.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. And Richie does send condolences that he couldn't be here. He is left out. His wife lost her grandmother yesterday, I believe. And so they are on the road to Kentucky, 13-hour car ride. And so that will be a long trip. But it's an exciting day here for us with the Nichols men's basketball program. We're excited about what we've done this past year and what we're building. As Bryant said, it was a great opportunity for me. I was blessed. I'm from Maine originally, from Portland, Maine. And so I got to be at Boston College for our first game at Nichols State. And my whole family, for a majority of them, was the first time they got to see me coach a college basketball game. And Bryant's exactly right. It was an unbelievable opportunity for us to set the tone for our program, and it's really launched us into this signing day. We're excited about the future. We're excited about the present, and we're fortunate that we had a good first year. I do want to talk about the guys that we're signing or have signed and that are going to be coming in, but I also want to make a note of the guys we've got coming back. We have 3 returners that played major minutes, starting point guard, Javon Powell, back. We've got Lafayette Rutledge, who's back, and a kid named Stevie Repachowski, who we inherited, will be back. And then we have a young man named Zach Young back. But we also have 2 guys that we're sitting out that are not going to be included in this signing class, but are almost like recruits. They were here for a year, paying their dues. They transferred, one from South Florida and one from UNC Greensboro, and they're an important part of this recruiting class for us. When we took the job, our goal was to get the best players we possibly could to come to Thibodaux, and it happened to be that 2 of the better players we could get came and sat here this year. And they've been working with us, and we're very excited about them. Tavon Sadler and Roddy Peters. Both are very high-level players. Roddy at one time was a top 50 player in high school, was a 5-star recruit by some services, really good player. And Tavon Sadler is really setting the tone this spring for our program going forward. So with that being said, we're in a great spot coming into the signing class, but we are very excited about the young men that we've signed and that we're hoping to sign a couple more here in the coming weeks. So I'll go ahead and get started. The first one we signed, a kid named Kevin Johnson, and he's a local kid from E.D. White. And I was in the office, Bryant, before I came over here watching Jadante Fry's senior highlight video that you put together. And Jadante Fry was a senior that scored 1,000 points here, was a walk-on from E.D. White, and it was an unbelievable career he had. And we're excited about Kevin. Kevin's coming from the same program from E.D. White, little point guard that's jet quick. And I think he has a bright future for us. It was important for Richie and myself and our staff when we got here to get into the local schools. And there's nowhere more local than E.D. White. I can see it just about. So we're excited that Kevin's going to be a part of the program. He's going to get an opportunity to learn and play against some very high-level players, and so he'll come into the program, and he's excited to learn. And so he's going to bring great local flavor to our program, so we're excited for Kevin to be joining us. Next is a young man named CORINTHIAN RAMSEY. CORINTHIAN is out of Texas, out of Dallas, plays at Angelina College, junior college, and was a very, very high-level high school player. Played for Prime Prep, which was a school in Dallas that has sent kids to the NBA. Emmanuel Mudiay plays for the Denver Nuggets and others. And CORINTHIAN averaged, as a freshman last year, averaged, I think, 21 a game. So can really score the ball. His numbers came down a little bit. He was asked to be more of a point guard this year, but we're very excited about having him join the program. I think he can really score, and he'll be a great addition to our backcourt. Next is Daniel REGIS, and Daniel is a kid we're very excited about. One thing that we need to add, we lose a kid named Liam Thomas, many of you know, leading shot blocker in the country. We also lose Adam Ward and some others. We don't have a single front court guy coming back. And so it was important for us in this class to add front court players, and Daniel is a big piece of that puzzle. He has a high motor. He comes from Gillette College, plays very hard, double-double kind of guy. We think he's capable of putting up those kind of numbers. And I think people will really enjoy watching him play. Just has a great engine and plays hard all the time. And then lastly, kids that we've signed so far, a kid named Zaquavian Smith out of South Georgia State. He was a big-time track athlete in high school. I know down here, obviously we almost beat Georgia. Georgia has a running back named Nick Chubb. And Zaquavian actually beat Nick in the 400 in high school. He's an unbelievable athlete. And so we're excited about having him. He averaged close to 20 points a game at South Georgia State. Explosive, dynamic player, hard-working kid. And I'd challenge just about anyone on this campus. He might be the fastest guy outside a couple DBs maybe on the campus. So we're excited about having him along with the others. And as I said, it's the first day of the signing period, and we're close on a few. We're actually going to have another that will sign tomorrow. He's doing that at his school, and so I can't talk on him yet. And then we have a couple others that we will be signing here in the weeks to come. So we're very excited about where we are currently. The present, the past that we've had this last year has really, I think, propelled us into this next year, and we're excited to continue to take another step forward and appreciate all the support we had throughout the year. And again, Coach Riley sends his best, and we look forward to seeing you guys on campus. Thank you so much.